In the quiet of my room, I cry for the love I wish we could all share. I long for the day when family gatherings feel like celebrations instead of battlegrounds. Each tear I shed is a reminder of the joy that seems elusive within my family. I wish we could set aside our differences and truly appreciate one another. Sometimes I feel like I'm carrying the weight of the world on my shoulders. I cry not just for myself, but for the family I wish we could all become. I often replay arguments in my mind, wishing I had the words to bridge the gap between us. My tears are a sign of the love I still hold for my family, despite the pain. Every tear represents a moment of longing for understanding. I cry because I hope we can learn to listen and support each other instead of tearing one another down. It's difficult to watch love fade in the face of conflict. I cry for the relationships that feel strained and for the memories I wish we could create together. In my heart, I believe healing is possible. I cry for the strength to initiate those conversations that might bring us closer again. I sometimes feel like a ghost in my own home, invisible and unheard. My tears are a plea for recognition and a desire for my voice to finally matter. The pain of feeling disconnected from my family often overwhelms me. I cry because I want nothing more than to feel their love enveloping me once again. Each argument feels like a chasm growing between us. I cry for the bridge we need to build to connect our hearts despite our differences. I wish I could turn back time to when we laughed together without a care. My tears remind me of those moments lost to misunderstandings and disagreements. It's hard to keep fighting for love when it feels so distant. I cry for the moments I hope will come when we can embrace one another freely. I yearn for the day when I can share my feelings without fear of judgment. My tears are a reflection of my desire for open communication and understanding. When I cry, it's often for the love I feel slipping away. I wish we could hold on to each other tighter instead of letting life's challenges pull us apart. I want to believe that love can conquer all. My tears are a testament to my hope that one day we can all find a way back to each other. In the midst of conflict, I often feel like giving up, but my tears are a reminder that deep down I still believe in the power of love and forgiveness. Each disagreement chips away at my spirit. I cry not just from sadness, but from the deep longing for harmony that I wish we could all embrace. My family should be my refuge, yet I often feel like I'm fighting a battle alone. I cry because I crave that sense of safety and belonging. I wish we could share our struggles without fear of escalation. My tears are a plea for compassion and a desire for mutual understanding. Every time I cry, it feels like I'm releasing the hurt that has built up over time. I long for the day when we can heal together instead of apart. I often feel like I'm navigating a minefield of emotions. My tears reflect the fear of saying the wrong thing and further damaging our fragile connections. It's heartbreaking to feel like love is conditional. I cry for the unconditional acceptance I hope we can nurture within our family. Each tear reminds me of the joy that feels so distant. I wish we could come together and rediscover the love that once connected us so deeply. Sometimes I feel like I'm shouting into the void. I cry because I want to be heard and understood, longing for that deep connection with my family. It's overwhelming to carry the weight of family expectations. My tears symbolize the desire for freedom to be my true self without fear of judgment. I wish for a day when our family can come together in laughter and love, instead of allowing misunderstandings to divide us further. My tears are a testament to that hope. In the wake of arguments, I often reflect on what went wrong. I cry for the lessons we could learn and the healing we so desperately need. I long for moments of connection that aren't overshadowed by conflict. My tears are a reflection of the love I hope will prevail despite our challenges. Every time I cry, I'm reminded of the importance of communication. I hope we can find a way to express our feelings openly and honestly. I often feel like I'm walking a tightrope, trying to balance my emotions. My tears reveal the deep longing for stability and understanding within my family. Each tear is a reminder of the joy that feels lost amidst our conflicts. I hope we can work together to create new memories filled with love and laughter. I cry for the moments of love and understanding that I wish we could share. My heart aches for the connection that feels just out of reach. I often find myself in tears, feeling like an outsider in my own family. It's painful to realize that the people who are supposed to love you unconditionally often misunderstand you the most. Every argument with my family leaves me feeling more alone than before. I cry not just from frustration, but from the deep longing for acceptance and understanding. I wish they could see the real me, the person behind the walls I've built to protect myself from their judgment. My tears are a silent cry for connection that seems forever out of reach. Each family gathering feels like walking on eggshells, and the weight of their disapproval hangs heavy on my heart. I cry in silence, wishing for a moment of peace among the chaos. It hurts to know that the ones who should know me best often fail to see my struggles. I find myself crying late at night, burdened by the weight of their expectations. I constantly wonder why my family doesn't understand me. My tears are a reflection of the deep emotional wounds created by their harsh words and dismissive attitudes. In moments of solitude, I cry for the love I crave, but can't seem to find within my family their indifference leaves a void that feels impossible to fill. Sometimes it feels like my family is more like strangers. I cry because I long for the bond that we once had, but it feels like we're drifting further apart every day. Their laughter echoes around me, yet I sit in silence, feeling invisible. I cry for the moments we could have shared but never will, lost in a sea of misunderstanding. With every fight, I feel a piece of my heart break. I cry not just for myself, but for the love I wish we could all share despite our differences. It's hard to explain the pain of feeling unloved by those who are meant to cherish you. My tears are a testament to the struggles of being misunderstood in my own home. When I cry, it's not just about the arguments or disagreements. It's about the deep-seated yearning for acceptance that feels forever out of reach. Every tear I shed feels like a plea for them to see me, to understand my heart and my struggles. I wish they could comprehend the battles I face daily. I often feel like I'm shouting into the void when I try to express my feelings to my family. My tears flow freely, a silent testament to the frustration of being unheard. Family should be a safe haven, yet I often feel like I'm walking through a storm. My tears are a reflection of the emotional turmoil that comes from feeling so isolated. In the quiet moments, I reflect on my family dynamics, wishing for the love that seems just out of reach. My tears are a reminder of the emotional distance between us. Each tear that falls is a memory of happier times overshadowed by the current discord. I cry for the love and connection that seem to have slipped away. I often wonder if they'll ever truly understand me. My tears reveal the depth of my heartache, a longing for empathy that seems to be missing. It's exhausting to carry the weight of family conflict. I cry not just from sadness, but from the overwhelming desire for harmony and acceptance. When the arguments subside, I'm left with the echoes of harsh words. I cry because I want to believe that we can heal and reconnect, but doubt often clouds my hope. There are days when the sadness feels insurmountable, and I cry for the love I feel I'm missing. It's a heart-wrenching journey, navigating family expectations and misunderstandings. Feeling disconnected from my family leaves a gaping hole in my heart. I cry for the moments we should be sharing, not for the battles we are fighting. In the midst of family chaos, I often retreat into my thoughts, where my tears flow freely. I wish they could see the pain I carry inside, the longing for acceptance and love. My family's disagreements often leave me feeling drained. I cry for the understanding that seems to elude us, wishing we could find common ground instead of conflict. Each argument is a reminder of our differences, and I cry not just for myself, but for the love that feels like it's fading away in the noise of our disagreements. I long for the days when my family felt like a team, not a battleground. My tears are a testament to the hope I cling to, that we can find our way back to one another. Sometimes it feels like my family's love is conditional, based on who I am versus who they want me to be. I cry because I want to be accepted for simply being me. I cry because I want my family to know my heart, to understand my struggles and fears. Instead, they often seem more focused on their own perceptions of me. It's hard to reconcile my feelings with the reality of my family dynamics. I shed tears for the connection I crave, but can't seem to reach through the walls we've built.